Right, here we are in game. Actually, don't we're at the menu. Soon to be in game. So today we're gonna do the same thing we did yesterday, where I'm going to try to push wave 20. I think I have a plan for it this time, though. First I have to spend my requisition points for, and then after that, I also have to properly set up the wave spawns. So, and what I mean by that is we need to get like chaos first, and then Tyranids, and then chaos, and then Tyranids, because Tyranids are easier to push a wave on. Also, thank you very much, Cosmic Nihilist, for joining the Adeptus Custodian. What the fuck? That's much appreciated. I wasn't even live when you did that. If you're here, thank you very much. I'll be back, but very generous of you, geez. Yo, what's up, guys? Yeah, we're gonna do it today, maybe. I won't lie, I am very fucking tired today, so we might eat shit, but we're just gonna play the same build, because, you know, if this class can do it, if any class is gonna do it, it's gonna be this one. And then after this, I'll probably try to push on what I would think is like the next best class for this, which would be... That's a good question. What I think is the second best class for this in solo. Probably Sniper. Sniper or Vanguard or Bulwark. Actually, Sniper or Tactical, probably. Anyways, we're gonna load up here. If I have my perks selected properly, could skip this and build back into Duelist. We're gonna play a Salamander today as well. What we got for guns here? What do I got for like a helmet? I kind of want to give him like a... Let's get like a little bit of red across his face. Why not? Kind of goofy looking, but whatever. And let's put on... Do we have the plasma gun skins? Oh, we do. Red plasma gun. That's what it's all about. So we're gonna go load up into our hard siege here. You know, people ask me all the time if I play on normal. I have no idea what normal is even like. I haven't even completed a single wave on it. But, today's the day. So let's turn on bots and, turn on private mode and turn off bots. And we'll just dive right into that. Now, I do have a tier list video that'll be dropping at like 7 PM. It's already made, it's just scheduled right now, so... Using Assault right? Of course, Tyrell, of course. Yeah, why would we not use Assault? I mean, he's obviously the best class for solo. Like, I don't know why he wouldn't. Can we get a Praetor of Orpheus skin? It'll bring good luck. I'll swap to that if we didn't get Chaos on the first wave in here, because we want to make sure we get Chaos first. And the reason for that is that on waves 10 through 15, you can take your time on Chaos. Chaos takes forever to kill compared to Tyranids. I looked back at old solo footage, and like on average, their 5 wavelength, like on the equivalent wave for Tyranids, just took a lot longer. So they should be able to push. We should be able to push through them a lot faster on a wave 15 to 20, or excuse me, 16 to 20 on Tyranids. So we can take our time on a triple Hellbrute on wave 15. I think that's the plan here. Alright, Chaos. Perfect. So we're not going to start seriously spending money, if we can help it, until like wave 16. Then we'll start just going straight into 200, then we're just going to go straight into 200 tactical point purchases like every round, just so we can clear the horde very, very fast. Now, I did tier list all the enemies, and so far, I'm sure you can all guess which one's S. It's not very, How would you make Chaos more balanced to fight? I don't really know, to be honest. Probably just add in, like, a proper melee Bajoras. Maybe make them Gunstrike. Like, have, teleport less, more Gunstrikes.
For targets.
I haven't played it all today, so hopefully this counts as a warm-up.
High-ranking Chaos target. Iron Vehicle ready.
The light shots are actually pretty good on this gun. I'm just gonna swap over to my plasma pistol here and blast this dude.
Heresy quotient reduced. Iron Vehicle online.
Turn our shield on and run through these guys.
Eliminated.
What's up, FTG? Hello, chat. What is up, Vons?
Heresy.
Legion of the Damned? We could do Legion of the Damned. That's not a... That's something we certainly could do.
Throwing fragmentation.
I always call them the Deathstroke Legion. 'Cause they are the black and orange guys, right? That's what I'm thinking of.
Throwing fragment. Iron Vehicle ready. Combat sorcerer in our sector. Engaging elite countermeasures. Enemy eliminated.
You know, I thought that tier list I made the other day was going to be more controversial when I put Vanguard in B, but it seems like most people agree he's best. He's mainly good at carrying pubs. And I did message 4-4 today, and I asked him if he wanted to, or I messaged him last night. I asked him if he wanted to do a trio with Zamp at night, and he said he's down. So that will be coming eventually.
Confirmed. Heretical sorcerer.
So I figured it'd be fun, since he's like one of the other guys that posts content for this kind of stuff.
Son of man.
Dang, FTG, early today. I know it's a Saturday. Crazy stuff. I'm pretty new to the game, but I've been watching a bunch of build videos. They're all pretty good watches. I'm glad they've helped. I do repeat myself in like every single one because I don't know like if somebody comes in as the first time. So if you watch them all in a row, you're just gonna get the exact same information at times, but
Enhanced tactic ready.
hopefully they're understandable. Okay, let's grab this stem over here and then this ammo box.
Refilling magazines.
I will be making more Darktide content as well because I have been getting back into that game. I want to try to like try out some, make some off-meta builds because I feel like people in Darktide especially get way too meta obsessed.
Obtaining armor.
Like they feel like they can only play Dueling Sword and Plasma into a Havoc 40. Alright.
Enemy appears, brothers. Stand ready.
I'm currently leveling Bulwark right now, level 11. At level 11, what is the best way to level? Probably just play Operations. Play Absolute if you can. I mean, if you're comfortable with that. If you're not comfortable with that, you can just play whatever the highest you're most comfortable with. And Decapitation is probably the easiest. It doesn't really take that long to level up, though. Oh, I copy that.
Scanning for power cells. Iron Vehicle. Cultist pacified. Heresy.
We're going to get all these requisition points, guys. We want to absolutely farm up whatever we can while using as little as possible.
Intercepting projectiles. We must locate a new power High-ranking Chaos target eliminated. Fragmentation grenade out! Iron Halo online. Terminal control spotted.
I want to pull that guy over here if I can.
Defensive generator requires a replacement power cell. Enhanced tactic ready. Eliminate.
Yeah.
The perimeter defenses must maintain power.
Alright, so if you ever lose HP on this class, by the way, like you have a contested health that needs recovering instantaneously on plasma, just shoot a light shot. Your light shots on this weapon actually do
Power cell.
a lot for your contested HP recovery.
Ready.
So also, contrary to popular belief, as was showcased for whoever was here yesterday, the Siege mode does still have a timer post wave 15. They do say that in the patch notes. It just doesn't actually show it to you until you're like at 10 minutes or below. And every wave you finish gives you a greater time. So you actually get timed out earlier at times than you did in the original PTS server, which is why we got to like wave 23 before. I don't really think the difficulty of the missions pre like 15 actually changes that much. Because there are enraged enemies now, but like they don't really feel like absolute enraged enemies at all. The ones in absolute difficulty do significantly more damage up until like a certain point. It sounds like wave 16 plus, you start to feel like serious damage numbers get pumped at you.
Acquiring power cell. High-ranking Chaos target eliminated.
Alright, let's wrap this. Now, getting these initial waves, these first like 5 to 10, 1 through 10 waves give you the most points. That's what I've noticed. There we go. How did you get the flames on the boots? Is this a mod? No, it's just the cosmetic option from the DLC.
Resupply increases.
We're going full Mr. Krabs, exactly. I had a server DC on wave 15 twice. That did happen to me as well in the launch of this patch. Alright, let's see. I know Zambit was telling me he was having issues getting past wave 18 as well, so it just seems to be like a pretty hard cutoff point for most of the classes. I know we got to like wave 19 on the Vanguard with bots, and they started doing insane damage to us, but that was like a solo that we got forced into because our teammates quit.
Foes marked for elimination.
I'll take these crack grenades.
Heresy quotient reduced. Thousand suns deployed a terminal. Iron Halo ready. Iron Halo protocol in progress. Obtaining armaments.
Rosette's rush for over there.
Son of Magnus. Terminated.
I hate they fire at you immediately after they go to execute off a crack.
Anti-sorcery tactics successful. Enhanced tactics ready. Heresy contained.
There we go. What's up, Artemy? I had my Norse stuck on the forum wave 19 yesterday. That sucks. I've had that happen before too, but usually they actually die if you wait long enough.
Scarab holds out the pacifier. Son of Magnus, terminate.
Alright, let's grab this. Hey, FTG and Shadows, what's up, Nectal? What is good? Always shocked how many of you guys show up so quickly. I'm also surprised how non-toxic this chat is. I don't think I've ever had to actually block a single person in this chat before. Have you played Boltgun, by the way?
Heresy quotient reduced.
No, I have not played the Boltgun. No. I've not done that. I know that Zambit has. He liked Boltgun a lot. That's why he always dressed himself up as Malum Kato. Because he had no idea what the 40k lore was before this game, so that's the only Space Marine he knew. That's what he told me. But we got crack grenades here. I might have to buy like one ammo box.
Ready to engage.
Assuming we can't find any. I'll probably just do that now. I mean, it can't hurt.
Round one.
This fortress contained encrypted plans. The Cadians would have protected them with their lives.
So guys, can we guess what tier the Zangor Enlightened went into in the tier list? Any ideas? Actually, I'm curious where you guys would put them.
Corrupting power arms rendered inert. High-ranking chaos target eliminated. Iron Halo online.
I'd say they're at least A.
Projectiles.
Not as bad as they used to be. I put them in S personally, just because they have a much greater impact than most of the Rubric Marines do. They're like a pretty immediate threat, and that's like what I would consider an S tier threat. Something that you're like, okay, it's a Zangor Enlightened, I should probably get rid of that first. But that's usually who I'm going to aim for before I ever aim at the Rubric Marines.
Thousand suns deploying Iron Halo ready for data save remains busy. Sorceress activity suppressed. You must not leave the data save unbound. Infantry termination protocol complete. We remain tasked with data save retrieval. Package ready.
Oh my god. Stop moving. I thought they didn't call the AoE the first one, but unfortunately not.
Confirmed. Mutant killed. We must Search the Cadian remains for the data slate. Enemy eliminated.
Oh, I'm not done with that. I'm gonna move over here first, and then go search the slightly easier ones.
Iron Halo ready.
I'll do it this way.
The data slate remains missing. No data slate detected.
Iron Halo's goaded.
The Cadians died to save
All right.
that information. Their sacrifice has not been wasted.
What's your favorite chapter of Astartes? Definitely Blood Angels.
Heresy quotient.
S, I cheated by watching. Oh yeah. Right, I have to remembers that is true. I'm curious what you think. I have a couple spots that I could be convinced to move around on that.
Monitoring for enemy.
Actually, quite a few to be honest, because there are situations where like a B tier enemy can become pretty S tier in dangers just because of the dynamic nature of a horde shooter. What's somebody saying? Someone mentioned Vanguard earlier, man. Why does Bolt Carbine just absolutely dunk on Oculus LOL? It's weird because the game says they have the same firepower rating. It's because it has way better contested health regen. And also has a better headshot multiplier at close range. It also has a way faster fire rate.
Brothers, your targets have arrived.
And that's part of the reason why it has a better contested health regen. So this one's going to be wave 5 here. So we have to fight a Hell Brute. I'm gonna buy one ammo thing, I think, though.
Securing additional magazines. High-ranking chaos type.
He went far.
Eliminated. Terminated. Spotted. Scarab Colt 7 pacified.
Oh, nice try, buddy. I'll say Siege Mill's got me a lot better at fighting Missile Terminators.
Son of Magnus. Terminated. Iron Halo ready.
I had to toss a,
Apply anti-sorcerer battle tactics. Hand grenade out. Enhanced tactic ready. Hostile warp wielder pacified.
We have reports of a command presence on the battlefield. You may be in for a challenging fight.
Maybe.
High priority targets.
Alright.
Combat assessment.
He appeared above us? Interesting. I will say it's also got me better. The Siege Mode got me a lot better at fighting the Hell Brutes with their
Iron Halo ready. High priority targets remain active.
that hurts.
High ranking chaos.
Remember here. I want to fight this.
Third Sun's help. Optimal battlefield strategy. Eliminate priority targets. Iron Halo online. Intercepting projectiles. Utilizing craft explosives. Purge the priority targets from the combat zone.
Oh, fuck, blew up right on me. That's very unfortunate. Thought I killed that, really thought I cracked the other dude. That was a waste of points. We'll be fine. I watched a replay on that. I thought I cracked the sorcerer there. So I was a little confused when I got stuck in the wave.
Any high-profile targets.
It's fucking hilarious how much harder the Hellbrute is compared to all any Tyranid boss fight. Even one Hellbrute with like 2 Terminators is worse than like a triple Carnifex in my opinion. What is this shithole I'm in right now? Look at all of that. Look at that fucking range spam. Absolutely nightmarish. Alright, we'll just spend our points. I'm considering restarting because that was a pretty massive waste of a relic. But I doubt it will come back to bite us. Because we weren't really hurting for points at all anyways before.
Son of Magnus, terminated. Counter chaos measures successfully deployed.
Oh god, ow, 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 ow.
Refilling magazine. Iron Halo ready.
I become a member. There's a join button next to the actual channel name.
Heresy quotient reduced.
There's also a link in the description of this video. If you are so inclined. I've been trying to put out more members only, or like making videos members first for you guys, since you guys have been supporting me a lot recently. And there are a lot more of you than I expected, so that is much appreciated. I want to also make some proper content. Probably have like just ask you guys like community posts on what you guys want to see, what kind of content you'd like to see.
Enemy eliminated.
Alright, where is this sorcerer? I am deeply disappointed we got blown up by the Hellbrute.
Iron Halo online.
Last time we didn't even go down to the Do you stream on Twitch as well? I really should be. I do have drops enabled there, so you guys could actually get the Twitch drops if you wanted. Alright, I gotta go find this fucking source for God. See, this is why the later way, it's the same guy, is still chilling up there.
In our segment. High-ranking chaos target eliminated.
That's why Chaos takes forever, because the sorcerers will just endlessly cycle these Rubik Marines up, and when it's like wave 15 plus, they just get timed out eventually. Also, the animations on killing these guys are so damn long. I mean, a lot for Tyranids too, but Tyranids usually just get blown the fuck up. They clump more.
Ready.
Do you have any tier list video for Ops, or is it about the same? I may be interested in checking out Space Marine 2 again, but haven't played since they did the Prestige and Battle changes. What do you mean by the tier list for Ops? Like, which operations are hardest, or just like, what's the best in Ops? Because anything that works in Siege mode will dominate in operations. It might be like some of them might scale a little lower, but that's only because the operations are easier. Like, you know, your AoE gun strikes aren't going to do as much, but it's not because they're worse in operations. It's because operations has fewer enemies, so you're going to need the AoE as much. The only thing that's actually harder in operations at times are the boss spawns, because you have fewer resources in operations. The maps can actually be pretty mean at times with where they place the bosses, and also in the operations you have a fast slash builds. I mean, it's pretty much all the same. I'll be real. Like, it's like 99% the same. You're talking about, yeah, or the banner revive. Banner revive in siege mode is actually quite good. Right, that thing's gone. It is quite good. It's not very good at all in operations because it's pretty easy to get people up, but in the siege mode, there are so many damn guys. Before I leave, I'm gonna go check for any stims I may have missed, because I already wasted a Guardian Relic here for no reason. I might as well take... There we go. Gotta be cheaper. Need Melt-A-Bomb? No. This might actually be the perfect time to do a requisition tier list. Is if it doesn't automatically send me to the elevator over there, you can probably talk about these in the terminal. That would be good. As far as the tier list for these go, I would say Astartes reinforcements are S. Dreadnought is good. Oh, we got teleported. But the Dreadnought is good. He's just overpriced. Mainly been running with a lot of lower levels, so I've been swapping it out. It's not a bad perk at all to help people. It's also like, you know, there are some things in horde shooters that are like really, really fun for like casual players. Like I think casual players really love hold the line effects, like a banner. Like you place a banner and you hold the line. They really like things like that. They like being tanky. They like to feel like they're contributing. I mean, everybody likes to feel like that, but what I mean by that is they like to feel like they're holding the line for their teammates and making like a huge impact on like their teammates' survivability, even if they aren't directly dealing damage. That's why that's why people really love the Bulwark class, not just because he's easy to survive with.
Defend the arsenal. Eliminate the Tyranids.
Readying war gear for optimal devastation.
This is also where tier lists become controversial, because some things that are really, really good when you're learning the game don't actually scale that high. And players will be like, oh, what? What do you mean that like this healing effect isn't totally broken? I carry my whole team with it. And then you're, because Zambit and I were talking about this, and like we both thought that on the tier list that I made for classes, he helped me make that one. And we were both like, okay, Vanguard's probably in like B or maybe A, but like everyone's gonna want him to be an S because he has a healing perk. But it just doesn't scale that high into like a one-shot. I was shocked though. I thought it was gonna be more controversial than it was when I put him there. Most people seem pretty chill with it, because I did explain it is very good in pubs.
Prepare for direct engagement.
Ready to
The Dreadnought should last for 3 waves. That would be a little OP, but the Dreadnought... Yeah, buying Cadians is a waste. I don't know why the fuck people keep doing that. They need like a serious proper buff to ever properly contribute. They die too quickly. But I don't blame people for buying them. Yeah, on the note of what people like in horde shooters, you know, you play Helldivers 2, people love characters that have turrets. And I know, because I was that guy that played the TF2 engineer, and I would just sit there and upgrade my turret the whole game, and I'm like, this is my contribution. I cast turret. And that was really fun for me. And same thing in Helldivers now, where people love turret builds, because it's just fun. It's fun to sit there and watch the thing you planted down and kill everything. Also why the dog is really popular in Arby's class. Also because really strong, but
Link to time tyranny.
oh wow, I guess I fucked him up. My AoE.
Specialized bioform neutralized. Revenant type tyranny obliterated.
Cadian's probably the worst NPCs have had the misfortune of launching, and they are pretty shit in this game. They need like a real buff. They did buff them a bit from the PTS, but whatever it was not enough. Because they are still bad. Ow. That's why Spore Mines are in A tier, by the way. Because they can just do that shit to you. And even though they do less damage, it just blows up the barrel on you.
Engaging elite countermeasures.
I don't even know if I could have gotten out of that if I had rolled immediately. I think I was spamming my roll button. Also, if we weren't heavy there, we would just instantaneously die. So there's that. Okay.
Iron Haver online.
I can't even see what is going on. So much shit on my screen.
Xenos countermeasures successful. Destroy spore mines.
Amy, how you doing? Are the waves treating you well? The waves have been okay. We did get blown up by Helbert on wave 5, which is very unfortunate. Not a very gamer, quite the gamer wasting of our Guardian Relic there.
Version operational. Bioform destroyed. Zoanthrope class tyranny. Use caution. High priority tyranny delivered. Enhanced tactic ready. Meltamon position. Zoanthrope removed from combat.
Him,
Iron Haver ready.
and then we'll
Engaging elite countermeasures.
move on through here.
Specialized bioform neutralized.
My main goal in this run, I just want to push to wave 20. I want to see if it's possible here. 'Cause I haven't seen anybody do it yet. And we got locked out at wave 18 Chaos, so if we go to wave 18 Tyranids, it should be a lot easier. I will buy the Dreadnought to accomplish it, though, if I have to. At, like, wave 20.
Iron Haver online. Ammunition.
The enemy will return. Now is the time.
When is the enemy tier list coming out? Should we buy over melee tremor straight up S tier? You are correct, they are both S tier. But it's coming out in like 2 hours. Probably as soon as I'm done with this run. I'll post it. Maybe 2 waves, it makes 0 sense why the 8 stars reinforced last longer than the Dreadnought. I mean, yeah, they should at least last 5 minutes. At least. But also, it does, like, the fact that they have it, Well, let's see this. Maybe the ones that stay around between the rounds are the ones you buy get wrecked in like 20 seconds. True. They do the Cadians. Cadians just need a buff. It's just unfortunate, but they do.
Hostile targets inbound.
Scanning for targets.
The fortress's machine spirit is dormant. Reawaken it.
Fortress system locked.
On other news, as far as collaboration streams will be going, we will be playing with I don't know how many of you guys watch Phase Shifter or like I don't know if keep it going, but he's a Helldivers 2 YouTuber. He did ask me if I wanted to do a Space Marine 2 stream with him, and naturally I said yes because I like collabs and I also like streaming, and I also like shooting these guys in the face. Would you recommend hard siege mode with randoms? Never done hard siege mode, but consistently normal siege mode past wave 20. Hard siege is significantly harder than normal siege, but you can definitely do it with randoms. It's just, you know, they might not always be the best. That's like the hardest thing. One of the hardest things to do is propagate your heavy stance. For that. I didn't want him. Oh. Do this.
Put down. Tactic ready.
PS5 FPS actually needs a buff as much as Assault. I was curious how the FPS would go on the on this game, the console version. Because when I was playing, my FPS was dropping the PTS quite a bit. Alright, well that was kind of a wasted melted bomb. He also dodged out of it, that's awkward.
Fortress system disruption remains in place.
And the only thing I hate about the siege mode currently is that it's such a DPS check at a certain point. Or like, you don't even go down, you just get timed out if you don't have damage. Or like, you'll go down, but you have so many options to live. That's not really an issue of total survival, it's just an issue of, can I kill the enemies fast enough?
Remains disrupted.
You're who I want dead. I'll leave the Bramble guy up, it's a lot easier to deal with.
Iron Halo online. Enemy disruption must be resolved.
Which heavy plasma variant am I running? Just the rate of fire version. Are they shooting through the floor at me? Get out of here with that. Can't even break these. Alright, we'll sit here. I've only cleared wave 20 once playing Bulwark. Really. The On the hard siege,
Internal
Bulwark's
systems
pretty good
online.
for it. He definitely is. But you also need, like, Bulwark does kind of, is a little team reliant at times for, like, to properly, what I'm looking for, damage output his, horde clear, I guess. Without, like, a power fist or something. 'Cause he is the only class in this game that has no melt-a-bomb spam on his own. Okay, whack-a-mole. Oh, there we go.
Prevented a system failure. Well done.
Heavy is the only one that can properly deal with late chaos waves. Potentially. I feel like Bulwark could if he had infinite time. Wog, says Vons. So thank you very much, Vons, for the super chat. I don't think we have orcs yet in this game, though. I will say that. It's fun as hell, don't get me wrong, but you're right, the DPS check post wave 20 is cheeks. Yeah, that is the only problem I have with it. I like siege mode a lot. I've seen a lot of complaints about this mode. I don't think it's that bad. And, you know, like, I am not one to not rant. I pretty much just say whatever's on my mind on this channel, because after all, you know, what is the point? What was the old YouTube tagline? Broadcast yourself. It's really all I do. Whenever I think, I just put it on the internet. Especially some of the dumb shit I say in my live streams. And you, the viewer, I'm sure you know.
Deploy more gear. The enemy is here.
We shall eliminate them.
I did get a message from Behind the Grind the other day as well. He was asking me, well, he saw me react to his video that he had. And it was in that moment I was thankful that I pretty much only had nice things to say.
Lysetic bombardment detected.
Somebody told me that video was bad. Like, he didn't say any out-of-pocket shit. Like, the only time I'd ever properly say, like, oh, this is a bad video from another creator would be, like, if they're being blatantly... Oh, we got lost. I should not have stomped. But, the only time I would ever say that is someone's being blatantly toxic for no reason.
Restored.
That's it. Other than that, as long as you're not saying, like, straight up out-of-pocket shit and, like, a call to action to hurt other people. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Oh, we know. Remember that time you said the Lions suck? Yeah, he does. Lion L. Johnson. What kind of a name is that? I know, but Milk and Cookies was in here the other time, and I said, like, I don't give a shit about the Heretic Astartes stories. He vehemently disagreed with me on that. And I don't dislike Heretic Astartes, guys. I just don't like them because I like the Loyalist stuff.
Our counterattack was successful.
Alright, guys, what are your, do you guys prefer Heretic Legions or Loyalists? Because I've always been a Loyalist guy. Like, I don't think the Imperium is perfect by any means, but, Chaos sucks. It is the arch enemy, after all. Loyalists. Yeah, Loyalists are them. I do like some of the Heretic Astartes stories. I'm always more interested in how the Heretics actually fell, rather than... the actual actions of like, I don't really give a shit what Abaddon's up to, you know. I don't much care. I care more about how Horus fell. Even though I guess, you know, the Black Legion isn't necessarily Horus, but you know what I mean. Horus Lupercal. I always thought he had a dumb look, though. That's my real hot take. I always thought that Horus kind of looked dumb. Like all the other, a lot of the Primarchs, like they vary wildly, to be fair, on like whether or not they look ridiculous, but
Neutralized. Firewall confirmed. Enhanced tactic ready.
him especially.
Setting projectiles. Iron cable online.
Alpha Legion doesn't even know they're loyal. Alpha Legion's kind of funny in that way. I also like the Alpha Legion armor quite a bit.
Execute Iron Halo tactics.
Alright. I'm gonna have to buy ammo. One ammo box. Usually with the auxiliary reload, you only need like a single ammo box. Purchase or two to carry you through the whole wave. The whole 5-wave period. Even in solo. At least he's not Lorgar. That's just true for like every Primarch. He's like, thank God they're not Lorgar. He's a Psyker, allegedly. He just never uses his psychic ability.
Resupply before more enemies arrive.
I'll grab this.
Remaining alert.
I should stop. If we die here, I'll do one more attempt. I think I will do that if we do end up dying on the like wave 15 or something, whatever it may be. If we get timed out. I kind of doubt we will, though. Not if I go spend crazy. I think we'll be okay. Magnus did nothing wrong. Magnus did like everything wrong.
Targeting enemies.
He did fuck up massively. Elgar and Angron are the biggest failures in lore. Magnus is definitely up there.
We restore last cannon functionality.
He fucked up so bad that when like the Emperor came like to bring him in and Leman Russ was like, don't worry, I'll bring you his head. He was like, yeah, okay. I get it. Sure, I accidentally ripped open the demon portal on Earth. That's not the point.
Hunter destroyed. Iron Halo protocol in progress. Reactivation of last cannons is a priority.
It's the thought that counts. So he was willing to accept that he fucked up.
Spore mines inbound.
Let's go and
Last cannons
grab this
remain
guy.
operative.
I will also be doing viewer games. If you guys are interested at some point, probably like tomorrow or something. It's been a busy fucking week, I can't lie.
Bio.
Been very sleep depriving.
Zone probe tag. Engage might shield. Tyranny shrift. Bioform. Enhanced tactics ready. We must restore the last cannon.
Let's grab this guy. And then we shall recharge the las guns.
Our counterattack was successful. Lictor marked our presence. Alert! Subterranean combatants. Las cannons are still offline. Iron Halo online.
Perfectly timed.
Ravener kill confirmed.
Fighting off Tyranid is always like looks harder than it actually is.
Las cannons are pivotal to our defense.
Like once you understand the attack pattern of some of these guys, it's pretty easy to just like brain off.
Specialized bio neutralized.
Dusty boys can be rebuilt.
Zones neutralized.
Dust mummies. Man, not even like the Tomb King's fucked up that bad.
Reactivation of Las cannons is a priority.
Or Dorn, but I agree Rust most likely. Dorn is cool.
Thermal explosive ready. Iron Halo ready.
I had to push you back in there.
Spore mines inbound. Lead level Xenos. Massive mine.
There'll be so many spores going off here.
Las cannons are pivotal to our defensive efforts.
So I want to keep a Bramble guy around, I think, for all this. Because they're usually the easiest to deal with.
Destroy spore mines. Execute Iron Halo tactics. We must restore the Las cannons. Iron Halo online.
And now it's just pretty much these Majora's guys over here.
Biowar life science scientist. Las cannons remain inoperative.
Alright, let's try these guys.
Priority turret eliminated. Las cannons are still offline. Enhanced tactic ready.
Alright, where's the, Perfect.
Xenos countermeasures set Iron Halo online. Intercepting projectiles.
Alright, let us get this large, this las
Reactivation of
cannon
Las
up.
cannons is a priority. Las cannon restoration program is engaged.
Oh man, alright, I should kill at least one of these guys. Two's a little much.
Kill confirmed. Major Tyranid threat. Initiating Las cannon restoration protocols. Iron Halo ready.
Okay, we'll grab here, we'll grab this thing, and then this should give us a lot of points.
The Las cannons will soon be online.
Pretty sure it's not gonna hit it. Oh yeah, it does. Oh shit. Ow.
Engaging with last cannon interlinks.
As long as he keeps missing. That one didn't miss. That one didn't miss.
Execute Iron Halo tactics.
This is when having the
Last cannon function.
reverberating
Soon.
stomp thing. Very useful. We're gonna have Bramble. Alright, there we go. Finally. But hey, we triggered our admin restoration for bonus ammo. So really it's a net gain. Not. Real talk though, FTG, why Sanguinius? Because he's my favorite partner too. I don't hear why you like him. I think he just kind of encapsulates everything that's good about 40k. Is that the way that Sanguinius is as a character is like he is, they call him like the Emperor's perfect son, when he's really just like potentially an actual fucked up warp mutant. Like he just got completely screwed over by the warp and got wings and all that shit. And that might not even be like a proper design of the Emperor. I think that's kind of interesting, on top of the fact that like he spends his entire life like dedicated to the Empire or the Imperium, and all in the hopes that like he doesn't get expunged, because like he's terrified that he's actually just a fucked up mutant, and it was all like a giant cosmic calamity that turned him into that. And then he just turned out to be like Timothy, despite all of that. And then he never fell to chaos. And he also had like a better understanding of the guardsmen that worked with him, things like that. But like if you look at the Eternity Gate, his speech in the Eternity Gate especially, everyone's like, oh, you know that like he knew he was gonna die, but just because he had prescience doesn't mean that he wasn't afraid. And that's what he says to all of them. He's like, oh, you know, if you want to run, you can. I'm not gonna like hunt you down. But he told all the people there, and like not a single one of them left. Horus himself was the one that said Sanguinius was the one who like encapsulated the Emperor the most in leadership. That's why Sword Warriors are S tier, by the way, because they do this shit. Ow. Dude, these Sword Warriors can go. This blocking shit they do.
High priority period eliminated.
So in other words, he's simply based. Yeah, pretty much. That's just that is what Sanguinius is. I think Rogue Trader, I was going to make a video talking about Rogue Trader and why I think it's the best 40k game. Because I think that Rogue Trader especially captures why, like how terrible the situation actually is in the Imperium, while also capturing the fact that people try to do their best within it. Alright, let's I should have really bought a
Maximize efficiency by attacking the strongest foes. Enhanced tactic ready. Melter bomb prepared. Falcon's fast turret encounter. Engaging elite countermeasures. Revenant High Tyranny obliterated. Biowar detected.
oh, these Biowars, man.
High priority targets remain active.
Nothing I'm a little worried about here is that we don't actually have any
Kill confirmed. Major Tyranny threat.
We don't have a ton of ammo right now.
Maximize efficiency by attacking the strongest foes.
So if I can get an ammo purchase, that'd be pretty good, I think.
Increasing ammunition supply.
Go over here.
Iron Halo online. Conversion operational. High priority turret eliminated. Focus on high priority targets. Confirmation. Eliminated. Tyranid Lictor knows our locus.
Ow. That's not the run, I feel.
Targets from the combat zone.
Got a wombo combo there. I missed him too late as well. Just bought my tactical bot and ammo. I stopped saving so much. But there's no point. By the time we get to the wave 18 plus,
Ready. Hunter destroyed.
this is why lictors are also S tier. They do this to you. Huh? That sunlock is disgusting.
Halo tactics. Spawn bombs inbound. Optimal battlefield strategy. Eliminate priority targets.
Oh my god, we got shit on. That was not the run. Welcome to the Imperial Guard, Glory Beast. That is, unfortunately, we are fighting like a guardsman this time, and not a space marine. We're gonna run that one back. That was just a bad run. Warm up run. I'm gonna have some water though. It was so much worse than our run yesterday. Do you think someone has written a fic where Horus won? Probably. I'm sure. With the amount of fanfic that's out there for 40k. We're gonna do that again. Hopefully we don't waste 2 Guardian Relics like the first 10 waves. What a fucking fuck up. Colossal failure. But, 1 second, guys. Sometimes you do get fucked up in the first 10 missions, and sometimes you go all the way to like 18 and take 0 down. That's just how it is. Have you played Rogue since they added the Doggo class? I have not. I do want to. I know Mr. Reese said he was going to. Let's do it again. It didn't work in the iPhone YouTube app, but worked in the Samsung Android YouTube app. That's weird. Let's do it again. Do I want... Like, see, this for requisition point 750. This is stupid. It shouldn't cost this much. I digress. Let us go do that again. Oh, I thought I was gonna play Iron Hands this time. That was such a shitty attempt. What a failure. Let's no, Iron Hands. I'll play it like that, and then we can also put on the white skin now to properly RP. Oh, Praetors of Orpheus. Well, I don't want to play the. Okay, I will. All right, fine. Fine. For all of you who are unaware, these guys are like the Tech Marines, basically. So the Tech Marine class, or not the Tech Marine class, but this is like the kind of like Tech Adept entire chapter or successor chapter to the Ultramarines. I actually like them quite a bit, so that's what we're playing today. Let me make sure there. Can I even change the logo on this? Let's see. No, I can't. It's just select the gold. Okay. That's fine, I guess. And then we'll play with that. Good enough. And we'll put on blue weapons, because that'd be pretty neat. Alright, for real this time. Let's go, They're just the Iron Hands, but Smurfs, true. Is there a Tech Marine class? Yeah, with the turrets and stuff. That's coming out in like September, they said. So we'll see. That's what they actually do. I mean, I like Praetors of Orpheus, I do. They're pretty cool.
Today you meet the enemy head-on. Defend this fortress. Defend the Imperium. Initiate defensive protocols.
We'll see here. We're about to back out. It's not chaos. Alright, it's chaos first. Good.
These malignant bastards threaten the fortifications. Make them pay.
We will repel the heretical advance. Relic equipped.
Alright, guys, no more being a cheap ass. Or at least not that much of a cheap ass. I'm buying a tactical bot on wave 30, or not wave, excuse me, not wave 30, wave 10, because that's cheaper than Never Dying. It's probably cheaper than Sims. Like, the DPS will be cheaper than, like, buying Sims and things like that, I assume. And definitely a Guardian Relic. 200 points to, like, really increase your chance to kill the enemy. Pretty good. That is why they're S tier, after all. Guys, we lost 5% HP. It's, actually, we lost like 2% HP. It's over.
Iron Halo online. Iron Halo protocol in progress. Main infantry termination protocol complete. Refilling magazines. Enemy eliminated.
Let's go over here.
Enhanced tactics ready. Magnus, terminated.
Oh, delicious content.
Power armor rendered inert.
Which part? The part where we ate shit? That was pretty good content. I should just post a compilation of all my failed waves because, like, for some reason, you know, there's something about... I've seen the same thing on Chase the Bros channel where people ask, like, oh man, this guy has like 100% win rate. Like, that's obviously not true for anybody in, like, any game ever.
Heresy. Iron Halo ready.
So I don't know why people would assume that, like... And I've also posted failure runs on the channel before. So Zambit, it was, like, very funny to me when people say, like, oh, you guys just clear every wave perfectly every time. And it's obviously not true. Sometimes you play like Donkey in this game, it's just how it is.
High-ranking Chaos target. In Iron Halo online.
The funniest comment I ever saw was somebody saying, like, wow, look at his coordinated effort. That dodge over there, pristine. And I know that, like, while I was playing the game, I was shitting my pants. And I'm like, yeah, it was totally calculated. Like, yeah, it was all planned. I totally did that on purpose. It wasn't just an accident, I swear to God. Because when I play these things, especially on, like, when I was learning the game at the very beginning, there were a lot of points where I'm like, holy shit, I'm just panicking and losing my mind at how all the enemies on my screen. And then people will just glaze in the comments and be like, oh my god, it's so calculated. When, like, obviously. It's not always that way. Sometimes it is just horrifying. Some situations in this game are just kind of bullshit. Like, getting stun locked doesn't matter who you are. Getting stun locked sucks ass. It's not fun.
Surface forces need the fortress last cannons active. Return power to them.
Bringing last cannons online is mission critical. Son of Magnus.
When I watch your videos, I'm always like, mate, we play a different game. I suck at Absolute. I know it's still an issue. It's not, it's really... I've lost on plenty of Absolute missions. Well, not... Less so now, but, like, especially when it came out first, when, like, we had to learn how to play with no healing, to play very differently. And... not always as big of a difference as you might think.
Applying anti-sorcerer battle tank.
I don't think I even remember playing to be good at this game. Because I still feel like I have a lot to learn on positioning in this game, especially. And among other things.
Enhanced tactic ready. Fired last cannons are still offline.
Like, Zambit is just a blatantly better shot than me in all video games. That's just true. He is a Doom PvPer with like 4,000 hours. I couldn't hope to beat his accuracy in a video game, especially a first-person shooter.
Sorcery countermeasures completed.
Because some of Zambit's gameplay I've seen, he'll turn on a dime. You can tell when he uses like a bolt sniper or something that he'll just turn on a dime, just nail something in the head. Because he just plays shooters all the time. It's like his entire gaming history. I used to play a lot of shooters too, but not as much as him, not remotely.
Terminator patrol spotted. Las cannons remain inoperative. Iron Halo online. Scarab Cult 7 pacified. Heresy las cannons are pivotal to our defensive efforts.
I must go and kill this. What's up, True Solo Siege? Is Vanguard Solo Siege? JK, greetings. Vanguard. Needs more charge plasma. I just learned that the increased equipment charge radius on Sniper is a double-edged sword. It can be, because you blow yourself up.
Iron Halo, one
I don't know if that... I don't think that perk's awful. I think it's better than the old one was, but I still think it needs...
las cannons.
They really need to come up with, like, more clever ideas for perks. I don't really understand Saber on this in particular. Is like, their perk design in this game is so fucking boring. And, like, I can't imagine it's that hard to just come up with a cooler idea. Like, expanded perk trees in this game would be cool. Have more perks that actually have trade-offs. Like, the amount of perks in this game, they're just like, you get percentage to damage benefit, are so boring.
The las cannon will soon be online.
Darktide has some of those too, but most of them are like conditional. Could Zambit beat your Black Racing times to lock the fuck in and go silent while destroying an entire generation of Tyranids? I'm sure he could. I mean, he has. He also has, I don't know how many solo runs he has posted now, or true solo runs, but like he definitely has at least. I know he has less time in this game than I do, but still has a ton of runs under his belt. But recently he hasn't been touching. I just talked to him last night about this. He hasn't been touching Space Marine 2 because he's been more interested in Darktide. Because he's less of a slave to the Space Marine 2 grind than I am, I guess. It's just because I like 40k. That's really what it is, to be honest. But, like, I don't really get bored of this game. It is very bad. I've heard that the previous game, World War Z, had a much better perk design. I wonder what changed. Who knows? Could just be corporate. It could just be like they're probably gonna do a perk redesign on patch 9, since patch 9 will bring no new content, and in September we'll have their huge content drip. Because my expectation is that they're taking a break. Like they finished the roadmap for this game of Siege mode, and now they're having the Season 2 pass, so they're having like a month break to like rebalance things in the game, change around perk trees, and look at stuff. So I assume that Assault will probably get a buff in that time period, and then in September we'll move into Tech Marine and things like that. So that's probably their plan, is to like make sure the game is pretty balanced before they add in a new class. Because if the new class is super good and his perks are like really well designed, because you know, if you're gonna add a new class to the game, you need it to be good and you need its perks to be good, because otherwise people won't want to play it. And if the new class comes out and his perks suck, or and his perks are super good compared to the other classes that are currently in the game, people are going to be like, why are this class's perks so much more interesting than the classes we have currently? So that's why patch 9 is probably going to introduce some class changes. At least that's my hope. Zambit Blend Trigon level 1 Assault is goated. Hell yes, it is. I'm fucking ass playing the Trigon. I've hardly fought that at all. I hardly even know his moveset. I'm gonna be honest, guys. At that point in time, I was a little burnt on Space Marine 2, so I didn't play him that much. And Zambit was like, now is my time, and just fucking went in on the Trigon endlessly on every single class over and over and over for like a day straight. Probably like multiple days straight. This game is pretty fun boss fights, though. Say that. I'm okay if I end the Trigon, I guess you could say. Like, not that hard for solo. He's just... He's more HP now, too. I honestly liked him more before they buffed his HP, because he just takes forever by yourself, because he constantly, like, dives underground. Yeah, my hope too. I also hope they manage to fix us revitalized PvP in patch 9. I hope so. I know Big Gentleman, who is a friend of the channel. He plays that a lot, and or at least he used to. I don't know if he does anymore. But he was telling me he had to go into private lobbies to get like a proper match anymore with like pre-made groups of very dedicated two peers.
Enhanced tactic ready.
When is a Hot Takes 2 video coming out? I gotta record it tonight, probably. But my voice is pretty cooked from recording this many videos this week, I can't lie to you, and streaming is definitely gonna cook the rest of it, but I'll try to get it out. If you hear random voice cracks, that's why. Just a heads up. I'm gonna do it in one take. There's also like 250 comments in that thread now, so it's gonna take me a while to read it all out.
High-ranking Chaos target eliminated.
Is this vanilla? Yes. It's vanilla. It's just True Solid Siege.
Stay sharp and prepare your gear before combat continues.
Monitoring for enemy movement.
I think it's pretty stupid that you can't have loadouts that come with perks. It has certainly dumb. They also need to add much more cosmetic packs, like helmet pack for instance, where we got 17 identical Mark X's in customization. I mean, having like 17 identical helmets that are all like a different, you can color differently is pretty much a 40k staple. $40k is like all about, hey guys, look at this tank. This one has a skull on it. Isn't that crazy?
Obtaining armaments.
Not to be confused with this one that has an orc finger on it.
Hostile targets inbound.
We shall eliminate them.
I made it to wave 10 True Solo Bulwark the other day. Thanks for inspiration. Well, you made it further than we did our last round because we died in wave 10. Or I'm assuming you beat it, but
It requires additional power
our first
cells.
attempt here we got cooked.
Perimeter defenses must not be compromised. Iron Hazer ready. Defensive generator is still at low power.
That's good. Bulwark's pretty fun to do, honestly. And Bulwark, he kind of does struggle with like some of the later waves. Mainly doesn't have equipment regen, so it's not actually that easy at times. I do think Bulwark teaches you a lot more about the game than Vanguard does. Because to play Bulwark, you can't, he doesn't just spam shield all the time. That's not how he plays.
Sun's tactical dreadnought are encountered. Perimeter defenses require new power
He
cells.
doesn't spam his banners all the time.
Corrupted enemy eliminated.
I'll say Bulwark has like the best feeling melee in this whole game, in my opinion. Yeah, I died to double turn effects or dodge timing are still a bit tricky for me. Hey, that's what we died to.
Suppressed. War gear acquired.
Sometimes they do just fucking stun lock you. Like, it's really not always your fault. I mean, like, there's a way to do that, but if you get, there are a couple bugs in this game that can just outright kill you at times. Like, if you get a Lictor and you don't get a gun strike off of him, and like that was what you were betting on for your whole playstyle there, you'll just die. That's just how it is. But it usually doesn't happen.
Mutant destroyed. Heavy infantry termination protocol complete. The perimeter defenses must maintain power.
Bulwark feels like you have to be pretty patient about when to kite and block, when to go on the offensive, he has to be selective with his equipment.
We must
You can definitely, most of Bulwark's actually really good at being incredibly aggressive thanks to his animation cancel. That's the best thing about him. Because if once you learn to properly, because he can just get out of anything. He doesn't have to commit at all. Alright, I'm just gonna, why are there so many of these little guys, but we're gonna go grab this stuff now. Come on down, then we're gonna grip the wave. These first 10 waves, they give you the most
power
points.
cell confirmed.
So it's very important to actually finish these side objectives here. Post like wave 10, the points are very, it's diminishing returns. Kind of dumb. It should be like higher if you ask me, but I feel like a lot of that is all just so you actually fucking lose in this game because Saber wants you to die before you find out they don't know how to code their game and it'll crash on you automatically.
Power cell replacement.
So like really, the siege mode for this game right now is all smoke and mirrors. That's the best way to put it in terms of like, oh guys, there's no timer because you can't see it. They just turned it off.
Son of Magnus.
Like somebody in the dev team is like, we're gonna turn off the timer. We're gonna make it so we're gonna have a timer. We won't show it to them until it's really low. That way they don't feel like it's counting down on them. And then we'll make the enemies so strong they won't even notice because they'll be dead before anybody actually reaches the timer limit. Because like 99% of players, I think it was Maplewood TV who said that like 1% of this player's player base will probably reach wave 25 on hard mode siege. That's probably true. I don't know what the actual metrics are, but I would not be surprised if that was true because it is very hard. And they will one-shot you. So if 99% of players are not making it there, or you know, say like 95% of players, that's fewer players complaining about a timer because they don't ever have to actually interact with a timer because they're dead. So that was Saber's solution. Saber's solution was kill the players before they can complain. And it looks like it worked because I haven't really seen anybody complain about the timer, just the damage they've been getting shot by. You can get Valius at any point, if nothing else, but to make sure you can clear the wave in time.
Is still out there. Use this time to resupply.
Resupply increases victory rate.
Probably I will get Valius at some point. A lot of people without team perks in Siege, that shit is actually crazy to me. Because what that tells me is they never opened their perk tree. Because you can't unselect, you can't like deselect a team perk once you buy one. That's not something you're able to do. So that means they've never opened their perk tree and they never bought the perks. Personally, I just can't understand, like,
Increasing ammunition supply.
I personally cannot understand going into a game and being like, ah, yes, game systems, let me never interact with those. The armory, the perk tree, this is where I select my gun and skip over that right thing, right? Perk tree, we don't need that. And then simultaneously you walk up to the terminal and you're like, siege mode, normal or hard? Hard. I will play hard today.
Thousand suns deployed to terminate. Combat sorcerer in our sector.
Some people are real life NPCs. Where you're not gonna get a bot, not for this wave.
Hostile war wielder pacified.
I put myself in a bad position last time.
Reduced. Iron Halo
So this time we gotta.
Heavy infantry termination protocol complete.
Kill him. I want to make sure I have my Iron Halo up for the Terminus spawn.
Walkers detect a serious threat incoming.
Alright, Iron Halo's up. That's good. I'm gonna get rid of this melee Terminator as well.
Sending high priority targets.
Yeah, that, that was close. Just up here before me. Where the fuck did he come down from? Just teleport? I mean, I know they can do that, but,
Successfully.
yeah, that's free damage.
Iron Halo tactics. Ammunition restocked. Maximize efficiency by attacking the strongest foes. Iron Halo online. Throwing frag grenade.
I turned my Iron Halo's thumb. Alright, where do I gotta move here?
Focus on high
Away from
priority
this.
targets.
That's one stim. There was an extra stim back there too, though, so don't worry about that. I was gonna break up. This is a really bad corner to fight him here. Or over there, I should say.
Optimal battlefield strategy. Eliminate priority targets.
Alright, there we go. That was much better than last time.
Terminator patrol spotted.
Now, Hell Brutes are positively brutal when you actually have to fight them with a melee Terminator. That's why I think that they're like the only... I mean, Neurothrops are kind of an S tier term. They're kind of an S tier threat as well for a Terminus spawn. But Hell Brutes are like Ultra S. They're Super S. They're S+. They're Hellbrute tier because they are brutal. They were never designed. I will say this right now. Hellbrutes in Space Marine 2 were never designed to be fought alongside a, like, 4 Extremis. That's just not something that they had originally intended in this game. But the campaign doesn't do that to you. The operations didn't do that to you for a very long time.
Enhanced tactic ready. Corrupting power arm rendered inert. Iron Halo online. Enemy eliminated.
Does the ground bending upwards when fighting the chaos? It kind of does. You have like a little warp effect. It's not just you. I have also noticed that. I'm so happy about the attention 40k is getting, especially with the success of Space Marine 2, but here's hoping Saber or anyone else looks back at Space Hulk Deathwing. I am excited that 40k is hitting a golden age, and part of that, I talked about this in the other stream the other day, that I feel part of that is that Star Wars has kind of fallen off. I know, is that a hot take, guys? Has Star Wars fallen off? It kind of has, right? And a lot of the people who were fans of Star Wars growing up are now more mature, and they want something a little more mature, and in some ways 40k can give that to them. Sometimes 40k is just like big dumb men in armor do kill the thing, but there are also a lot of good stories in 40k. And I feel like a lot of people are looking for that now, and Star Wars is just not delivering it outside of like Andor. It's like Andor was like the best thing to come out of Star Wars in like 10 years. And now 40K is popping off in games and in media soon. Because like if the 40K show is good, if the Henry Cavill 40K show is good, it's gonna have the same effect that the Fallout show had on Fallout, where everybody goes back. It's something like there are a ton of new Fallout fans. They'll go buy Fallout 4. They go buy New Vegas, and they're like, "Wow, I love this." And like that could do the same thing for 40K. People will start buying books, and like 40K is a proper franchise compared to Fallout. I mean, Fallout is a franchise, but like 40K is like a giga mega franchise with its own. Well, I guess they'll have a TV show on the same streaming service, so. Maybe they are the same type of franchise, but 40K's been around for a lot longer than Fallout has. Even though Fallout's been around since the 90s. The only thing Andor is, in my opinion, the best Star Wars we've ever had. I do love it. It was very, very good. We need a 40K movie. And the shit with Disney and the Star Wars, where only one show was good. Andor was like the only good Star Wars show we've had in like forever. Suddenly millions more people would become addicted to plastic crack. It's just plastic fent, guys. I really hope the Cavill TV show is going to be amazing. Oh yes. I hope it's good.
Tyranids are attacking the arsenal. Wipe them out.
Preparing Tyranid suppression tactics.
See, I'm fucking with this outfit.
Foes are marching on the fortress.
It's a cool outfit.
We shall eliminate them.
I like the first season of The Mandalorian. That's true. Mandalorian was good. There was like I liked the first season of Mandalorian. I also liked the part where Luke Skywalker came up, but not really because I thought the season itself was that good. Just because I'm a sucker for fan service sometimes. Like I like a good Big Mac, and I can also appreciate like a proper steak. You know what I mean? There won't be a good 40K TV show. Buy CGI is way too expensive these days. You never know. Amazon is a very, very rich company. And, they did make an entire Lord of the Rings show. That was like one of the most expensive television shows ever made. Kind of like, just off rip. They're just like, we decided to add this to our streaming service. Let's just go make the most expensive TV show ever. Or one of. Same thing with Disney, where like Disney took a show like Andor that wasn't that popular in its first season. It's not until like the latter half, and then they just pumped money into it. It was also an incredibly expensive show. And like to give you an idea of how expensive these shows were, it's like the latter half of Game of Thrones was like maybe a quarter of the price of like these shows' production and shows. Like, once these major corporations found out we can pump our Ultra Bucks into television, and we don't need HBO to do it, television got kind of crazy. But I will say, like, shows like Game of Thrones did pave the way for that.
Source of tremors. Still.
Most expensive TV show ever made and was garbage. That's true. Rings of Power was pretty not epic, but the production value was pretty good. Now we just need that with like a good TV show.
Hunter destroyed. Xenos Psychic wiped out.
Rings of Power is a perfect example of big budget doesn't equal good television show. It's true.
Enhanced tactics ready.
Can see what's happening. Oh, we got the perfect gun strike up. What's up? Oh. Oh. He's taking damage this whole time in my little wave, so there we go. Alright. That's why the damage over time on your shield is so good. Because it does stack up over time, especially if there's like a biovore chilling in your mouth like that.
High priority tyranny eliminated.
Alright, let's see what we got. Us. Still salty they canceled real time, but kept rings of power, which is more expensive to make and not as good. I didn't think either were good.
Zone throw contact. Ready anti-psych attackers.
I'm more shocked we got like a proper good Dune movie. For a long time, people thought Doom was impossible to adapt, and it really was. To be fair, it did take some proper modern technology to get a good adaptation of Dune. I know they tried to make a Dune movie in the 80s, but capturing Arrakis properly, pretty hard with 1980s technology. Because the way the way the technology is in Dune, it's like it's very esoteric. It feels more like magic at times, and 1980s tech. They've tried to do things like that before, but if you look at most of the sci-fi in the 1980s, it was not like Dune. At least not the movie sci-fi. You find that in books mainly.
Crack grenade in play. Iron Halo ready.
The 80s Dune movie is great. It's good. It's not as good as the new one. It's good. I like Patrick Stewart in it. But I believe the director even said himself that he wished it was, who was it? God, who was the director? I can't remember the name now. Let's get this guy. And we will...
Enhanced tactic ready. Engaging elite countermeasures. Obtaining armor.
This armor. That's what some movies focus more on the world building stuff, but yeah, they cram so many things in 2-3 hours, true. Maybe one day we'll have tech where like it's very easy to mass produce, or maybe this would be bad, but very easy to produce a amazing looking television series. You know, AI will probably get there one day, for better or worse. That's wave 6. It was David Lynch, correct. Thank you, Tech Rob. Thank you for that's who it was. I remember watching a whole documentary on it a while back. Oh yeah, also thank you, Cyber. Alright, let's go find Begin Battle. It's over here. Mission accomplished. Let's go and, do I wanna... Probably be ammo. I'll take that. That's free. Is there a melt-a-bomb anywhere for us? That's the real question.
Ready to engage.
Long-range scanners show enemies beneath you. Seal off the subterranean doors.
We will purge the tunnels of hostile forces. tunnels must be sealed immediately.
Oh, I couldn't get on this heavy stance, or I could, but I just misclicked. That was a big goof.
We must seal all tunnels.
Big oopsie. Let's
Tyranid Lictor knows our locus. Predatory class Tyranid eliminated. We must quarantine the fortress substructures.
let's go this
Engage
guy.
light shields. The enemy must not gain access via the tunnels.
Everyone, I think the Dune it was okay. They dropped the ball hard when it came to Chani though. And they dropped it even harder in the original one. It was a little rushed at times though.
Deploying crack grenade.
Can you die, please? Thank you. Seal the underground tunnels. I can do that after I kill this. I'm always afraid these things are gonna move on me. The Zoan throw. So they input reuse so often in this game.
Zoan. Tyranid ship. Biovore ahead. Tyranid Biovore. The enemy must not gain access via the tunnels. Elite level Xenos. Classified. Ammunition restocked.
Alright, let's
We
go
must
over
seal
here.
all tunnels. Sealing tunnels now.
That's it. Ow, ow, ow.
Passageways sealed.
That's a pretty easy one, thank God.
Iron Halo ready.
So let's shoot this like 100 points or something? 200, oh, that's nice. They're definitely worth doing there. We also got the adventure thing I think we got. Yes. Maybe? Alright, so I can also do the thing that during the wave I can expend the energy 2 times in its entirety. So I'm gonna do that right now. Try to get that done. If I can, while they're alive. For bonus points. See, that's 1. So we're gonna kill them now. And we'll do that again.
Xenos countermeasures successful.
You have eliminated those attackers. More are on the way.
Analyzing optimal battlefield resupply. Enhanced tactic ready.
Alright, let's go find the, Let's go begin battle. We're at wave 8 now. Should be pretty easy, as long as we don't fuck up and get grabbed again. But Heavy is pretty prone to getting grabbed. Mainly because of his heavy stance on top of, he does have an extra input you have to do. On top of the fact
Obtaining armor.
that he has a lot of things that lock him down, like his heavy attack. These are all things that will get you grabbed.
Augurs detect enemy targets.
Foes marked for elimination.
Let's go and kill this.
Victor marks our presence. Engaging different countermeasures. Setting bombardment.
Right, grab this guy.
Firewall destroyed. Going for contact. Ready anti-psychic tactics.
I think of like the 3 siege mode maps though you have to go through, this is probably the most boring one. The second area here. Doesn't look very pretty, it's just an interior trash can.
Tyranny eradicated. Kill confirmed. Major tyranny. Zone removed from combat.
Rip those Hormigons. Whoops. Alright, that box should be ammo. Oh, Lictor. Your ammo.
Utilizing crack explosives.
I hate cracks. They actually just give me anxiety. They give me anxiety when they actually kill anything.
Detected.
Okay, let's clear this.
Predatory class tyranny eliminated. Xenos countermeasure successful. Enhanced tactic ready. Intercepting projectiles. Hack grenade out.
I didn't grab him. No, you jumped out of the way, epic.
Ammunition restocked.
I love crack grenades. You know, crack grenades, they have the potential for to be amazing. They work so much better in Darktide. But Darktide's also just far more precise in, like, grenade movements. Or grenade throwing. Just less shit gets in the way. They also auto-hone to, like, I don't know, the things you actually want to kill. They don't stick on to normal guys. Probably because Fat Shark is like, hey, they played it for like 2 seconds, and they thought, wow, this is fucking awful. We should probably make it only stick to those Carapace and Flat guys, huh? And then all the other devs were like, yeah, yeah. And all the playtesters were like, sure, that sounds good to us. And then they put it in the game. And then this game is like, what do our crack grenades do again? I don't remember. They kill something. Alright, ship the game.
Refilling magazine.
Send it out. We got a deadline to meet, guys.
Elite level vehicles. Passive up.
Hire literally anyone else than Zendaya. Okay, you get Rosie O'Donnell. This is your penance. You get Rosie O'Donnell as Chani and Dune.
A good start. Refresh your gear before battle resumes.
Monitoring for enemy movement.
Timothy Chalamet's romance story with Rosie O'Donnell. The blockbuster of the summer. Okay, let's just buy. I'm gonna buy one ammo box here.
Restocking ammunition reserves.
I'm gonna look for a Melta Bomb if it has, perchance, summoned one for me in this game. It would appear not.
Deploy war gear. The enemy is here.
Targeting enemies.
One of the Cadians had an encrypted data slate. Your orders are to recover it.
Objective confirmed. Zone for class tyranny. Use force. High priority tyranny. Eliminate. Zoanthrope neutralized. We must not leave the data set unfound. Destroy spore fire.
This guy.
Tyranid victim is our own.
Oh, that was definitely intentional. At
Counter-tactics engaged.
least that's the story I will maintain.
Substance remains for the data set.
Okay, let's run up here.
Fire enhanced tactics ready. The data set remains missing. Specialized bioform neutralized.
Yeah, let's blow up this guy. Yeah, one more spawn coming in, or a couple more spawns. Only halfway through the wave.
Iron Haven.
Then for wave 10, we're going to buy a tactical bot, maybe like one sim thing, like an ammo box. We strategically place ammo boxes. We're the only ones to start running out of ammo, but it's a little bit of a problem where he gets unlocked.
Iron Haven online. Intercepting projectiles.
So this, through,
Confirmation.
no synapse burst on them. See, it's those like super spore mines, these ones that like hone into your face and blow up like right in your mouth. Those are the ones that I think are a little overtuned still. The Biowars really needed that.
Deploying crack grenade. Setting bombardment detected. Tyranid bioform obliterated.
Oh, he died instantly. That's awkward.
Successful. We must not leave the data set unfound.
Hit down, Mr. President. Oh, you just got hit. That's one of the only times it's ever happened for me. The game's actually just giving me a nice little freebie.
Swarm mines inbound. Iron Haven ready. Zone for contact. Ready anti-psychic actions. Data set recovery
Chris Pratt is a pretty bad actor too. I look at chat. I look away from chat for like 1 second, and then everybody's like shitting on Zendaya, saying Chris Pratt sucks. A lot of these actors are still a lot better than the actors you could get in these movies. But it's also just like the nature of show business that like once somebody's in a very popular movie and they are well liked and people like watching them, people like movies are gonna keep trying to, like most people like watching Chris Pratt in a movie, so they're gonna keep putting him in movies. I will say you do have some actors like Tom Cruise who are just like above and beyond the Call of Duty for an actor.
Enhanced tactic ready.
Also a little fucking crazy, but that's the point.
Setting on target. Protected. High priority material eliminated. We must search the Cadian ravines for the data set.
There we go. Alright, it's just a Devourer guy. That kind of sucks. Some of them left, but they just... Where the fuck did those Spore Mines go? Alright, let me go over here. And search this. Oh, this shit. Fucking tidal wave. Ow, 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 ow.
The data slate remains missing.
Oh, let's go over here. Quickly. I think I will probably want a Meltabomb for this next portion, though.
Good work. You have recovered the data.
Worst actor ever is the guy who played John Halo in that cursed TV show called Halo. I almost forgot there was actually a Halo TV show.
Battlefield surveillance.
Cruise can play one character. Brad Pitt and Johnny Depp, Tom Cruise in the acting role for sure. I mean, Tom Cruise is very dedicated to acting. That's why I think he is in the league. I mean, he also has some of like the world's. He is also like an incredible stunt performer. He's a better stunt performer, and what I mean by that is he can stay in character while performing a hyper dangerous stunt better than anyone else in Hollywood. Really, anyone else that's ever done stunt work, as far as like we've seen in movies. I can't think of another one. Oh, it's not one that's done the stunts that he's done. Is he like the best drama actor? Probably not. Still pretty good though.
Ammunition restocked.
All right, we must unfortunately dig into our Scrooge McDuck coffers and buy a Meltabomb, perhaps, or 2 shock grenades. Okay.
Your targets have arrived.
Scanning for
We must
targets.
dig into our and buy the tactical bot and some sims.
Tactical reinforcement on its way.
And some ammo. Just in case.
Securing additional magazines. Engaging elite countermeasures. Iron Halo online. Going for attack. Engage mine shields. Iron Halo ready. High priority target eliminated.
A lot of damage.
Iron Halo protocol in progress. Alert! Subterranean combatants. Nice shot on. Zone through. Removed from combat. Revenant Hyperion delivered. Kill confirmed. Major Tyranid threat.
before my tactical bot runs out.
Scanners detect enemy reinforcements. Prepare for a challenging fight.
Like Carnifex, Earth Rip. In some ways it's better than we got last time, but in other ways no. I much prefer double Carnifex when we have a tactical bot and Plasma.
Destroy spore mines. Carnifex class Tyranid encountered. Concussive ordnance released. Deep level Xenos. Pacified. High priority targets remain active.
Let's say double prizes for us. Take that.
Euroscope sighted. Engage mental proportions. Setting bombardment.
Look at that tactical bot go.
Purge the priority targets from the combat zone. Kill confirmed, but more threats remain. Optimal battlefield strategy.
I'm gonna go over here and
Priority targets.
grab this.
Spore mines inbound. Throwing shock grenade.
Oh god. Oh god. Please just stand right there and don't move.
Specialized bio.
Oh my god. I'm so bad at hitting these guys.
Controlling
You think I would have an easy time hitting the biggest fucking target possible, but no. Like the zone was moving less.
intercepting projectiles.
Can't even see the wave here.
Biocore ahead. Iron Patriot ready. Xenos countermeasures successful.
Can I just get a charge shut off, please? That's all I want.
Maximize efficiency by attacking the strongest foes. Enhanced tactic ready. Destroy spore mines.
What happened to him there, but that was a proper clusterfuck.
Eliminated new.
Priority threat eliminated. Stand firm against the repeating scum.
Ascetic bombardment detected.
Tactical bot is just always a worthy purchase in this game.
Iron Halo protocol in progress. Biovore life science silenced. Kill confirmed. Major Tyranid threat. Iron Halo one
Yeah, Master Cheeks actor. The fucking Master Cheeks. I honestly, until you guys mentioned it, I forgot that that show came out around like the same time Elden Ring came out. That was an interesting period of time. The Halo TV show. Can you imagine hearing like 10 years ago when Halo was actually popular? A Master Chief TV show or a Halo TV show is actually being made.
enhanced tactic ready. High priority Tyranid eliminated. Engaging elite countermeasures.
Alex Orion, my goat. Damn, 300 viewers who rated? I don't fucking know, man. The Tyranids.
The fortress's control room is under threat. Protect it.
Tactical adjustment.
CGI Dwarves, wait, what the fuck am I even hearing about? Yeah, Master Cheeks, the Dwarves CGI. We're talking about the fucking Snow White show now. I don't even know what the fuck's going on in this chat anymore. I haven't been able to pay attention, I'll be honest. We have been fighting for our lives versus the Tyranid menace, as we often do. So should I use those stims down there? Because I'm probably going to get timed out before I ever need them over here anyways.
Iron Halo ready.
Because if we get to like wave 20 Tyranids or Chaos, like we're fucked anyways, right? Like that's it. So
Administering aid.
I'm gonna get timed out before then. Oh, well, that's convenient. Is plasma pistol simply better compared to heavy bolt pistol? For siege mode, I think it is. Because you can just shoot the gun and get that free stuff.
Enemy unit contact.
The control room has drawn the enemy's attention. Eliminate them.
Oh shit, I gotta grab my...
Deploying defense tactics.
Before they shut the doors on me, I gotta get my ammo. Surely they'll have a melt-a-bomb to me, right? In this area. Oh, yes they do. See?
Packing up equipment.
Patience rewarded, even though we did purchase something. That's the point. Patience is a virtue, guys.
The enemy appears, brothers. Stand ready.
Targeting enemies.
What's the highest level you got into in normal difficulty? I've never played normal difficulty. So, no, so 0. I'm wave 1.
Deploy to terminate. Corrupted enemy eliminated. Multiple position.
I should go fight them in the other room over there. Have to be safer to do so.
Scarab Pulse 7 pacified. Iron Halo online.
God, Chaos in particular, like, eats my frames when I do it here.
High-ranking Chaos target eliminated. Enhanced tactic ready. Iron Halo protocol in progress. Apply anti-sorcerer battle tactics.
Oh god.
Enemy eliminated. Iron Halo ready. Conversion operational. successfully deployed. Melter bomb prepared. Anti-sorcery tactics successful.
That was bad.
Iron Halo online. Corruptive power armor rendered inert. Thousand Suns tactical dreadnought armor used to counter. Heavy infantry termination protocol.
Right, that's cleaned up.
Heresy quotient reduced.
Let's grab this guy. And then that'll be wave 11. This is like, this wave 10 to 15 grind is probably my least favorite. Because like wave post 15 or like 16 plus, you're actually like engaging a lot because you have to play a little bit differently because it gets pretty hard. And then wave 15 you have to play because there's triple boss spawn. Before that, there's like no chance you're gonna die. But these waves also take forever, unlike waves 5 through 10. Or like the chance of you dying is very low, and the chance of like an outright loss is basically 0 if you're fighting.
Resupply increases victory rate. Additional ammunition.
At least for like these intermission waves between bosses.
Obtaining armaments.
Foes are marching on the fortress.
Scanning for targets.
Any special objective? Siege mode is a wave select. Yeah, let me just start off on the hard timer. Or like the higher waves.
Son of
The fortress's machine spirit is dormant. Reawaken it.
the disruption will be resolved. Counter chaos measures successfully deployed. High-ranking chaos type eliminated.
Let me just... Already yawn, by the way. The sleep was not epic. You're reporting way too late.
Thousand suns deploying weaponized sorcery.
Alright, I thought I was gonna kill you there. Wow, that's very unfortunate. What a waste. What an absolute waste.
Thousand suns.
I really thought I was gonna get him there. Just gonna hit the break point.
Iron Halo protocol in progress.
What a colossal fuck up. That's 300 points. That's digging into my Scrooge McDuck coffers. My Scrooge McDuck coffers, excuse me. That's not economic. I know we have 3,000 points, but I need that to stay at a high number, you know? I want 3,300.
Iron Halo ready.
Son of a stupid ass. Sorry.
Holding a relic.
Alright. How would I feel about giving the assault? What's up behind the grind? How would I feel about giving the assault a
Enemy disruption must be resolved.
What do they call it? Primary? That would be the worst idea ever. I think first they should look into like making his perks better. God, Chaos just fucking sucks.
Powerhouse rendered cells. Prepping multiple. System remains disrupted.
Like 9 times out of 10, it's how Chaos kills you. They just whack you and you get shot by a soul cannon that you can see that was like some guy that ran like fucked off into a corner and then bombards you. We are. Okay, we're committed now.
Heresy quotient reduced. Restoration of internal fortress systems will increase our tactical success.
God, oh god. So I can't reach chat right now, guys. As you can see, we're getting there are many enemies on our screen.
Engaging elite countermeasures. Spear terminated.
Collapse this guy and let me kill
Termination protocol complete.
you, and then hopefully you stop shooting.
Enemy
All right.
eliminated. Placing melter bomb. Sorcerer's activity suppressed.
That's an unfortunate thing that we got down there.
Internal system remains offline.
I'm gonna move over here. As long as you don't get caught by the unblockable on this guy, it's actually pretty easy to kill him.
Iron Halo
Your charge shots off, but their unblockable is the most devastating thing. 'Cause they can knock you down, stagger you, or stagger you long enough to get shot in the face by these guys. And those are the actual killers usually. I don't think the Soul Cannon Reapers on their own are as dangerous as a melee Terminator, but they are enabled by they are OP when enabled. So Hellbrutes, melee Terminators.
infantry termination protocol complete. Son of Magnus. Terminate.
It's a really meanly designed faction. What's up, man? What is up?
Enhanced tactical.
What is where? Okay, this guy next.
Intercepting projectiles.
I got one Rupert Marine left. Which means
Enemy disruption must be resolved. Cultures classified. Heresy contained.
all right, let's get these finished up. We need the points after we wasted 300 there.
Iron Halo ready. Execute Iron Halo tactics.
Also double up by getting our energetic 1 back here, and then participate in optional objective 20 times. Good luck with that. It'll be hard because you can't even do the optional objectives post wave 15. You're gonna waste your timer, and wasting your timer is how you'll lose, big time.
Internal systems online. Disruption terminated.
All right. I also don't see why Assault couldn't be allowed 2 equipment charges. That would be neat. He kind of is a melt bomb. What Assault really needs is like better. He needs a better contested health recovery. A primary weapon would fix that, but I'd rather them actually like build it into his. Like if he had access to the bolt carbine, he'd be fine. Because like bolt carbine it's just the best weapon for chaos as far as like carbines go or bolt weapons.
Mission success.
Besides like the heavy
Your
bolter.
actions restored the system.
It's just he has no rapid contested health recovery, and that's kind of what you need. And the best he's got is like a plasma pistol maybe, or a heavy bolt pistol.
The enemy will return.
It's not really enough.
Now is the time to resupply.
It's not enough towards like the later waves. Alright, we're still fucking rich, but not as rich as we used to be.
We have detected enemy reinforcements.
Foes marked for elimination. Thousand suns deploying terminal. Meltamon position. Heresy quotient reduced.
Watch for this guy.
Corrupted enemy eliminated.
This is kind of a dangerous spot because
Warp wielder passing by.
it's not an easy way to break in line of sight here.
High-ranking
You go in there.
target eliminated.
See, that's what I mean. The unblockable, brutal there. They catch you out.
Iron Tail online. Corrupted power armor rendered inert.
See, Duelist actually got that block for us. That purple fairy. So sometimes Duelist can help, but Duelist only, like, the 25% increase only goes to, like, the latter, the 30 active frames you have on your parry window. Not the startup, but it can catch the very, very end of, like, a staggered hit like that.
Sector.
If I jump once, and that should be enough. Kill this guy. Full health regain Majora's Execution with a 60-second cooldown. Full health regain Majora's Executions would be fucking absolutely cracked in this game. That's like a 60-second bombs are already kind of OP. And they come back incredibly fast. 60 seconds is not that long in Space Marine 2, and Execute takes you like... I could roll around for 60 seconds and not die. Let's see, like a triple Hellbrute solo took me like 9 minutes on Assault, and that was in the PTS. But to be honest, like these waves right here, the enraged enemies are here, but they are not like the absolute ones. Their damage buff is not remotely the same. It doesn't feel like it is anyways. Alright, where is this sorcerer? You must die. You are chosen.
Threatening Meltamon. Heresy quotient.
Alright, well, you will die. It's just not this exact second. Okay.
Enhanced tactic ready.
Grab those armor boosts. Usually I'd save that for the Hellbrute fight, but
Version field operational. Thousand suns deployed to terminate. Corrupted power armor rendered inert. Exit Iron Halo online. High-ranking enemy eliminated.
I gotta get like a proper charge shot into that giant bubble. There we go. If you hit the bottom, it'll hit them all. We do that. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, make it 90, 120. I don't think he needs healing as much as he just needs like a contested health recovery option, because that's all he's lacking. Like, he's already, the only thing he actually struggles with is like really high wave chaos in solo, and really high wave, and like super high wave chaos in teams. Because versus Tyranids, he's already like an S tier class. He has no problems with them at all. Actually, he's better than a lot of the classes are in triple boss funds, because his Wings of Flame can go through like multiple Karn effects at once, so it scales very high, very, very highly into them. But he does just suck donkey ass against Chaos. Always has. He has like one good build for it with the Power Fist. Where's this guy? Because I've played Assault with a you know, with a unmatched dual Vanguard, and the healing doesn't really make him feel that much better. The direct healing, because what you really want with him is a proper way to maintain your HP at full in the middle of the fight, not like drip feed yourself healing. Because like his armor, and you want armor recovery, because armor recovery is oftentimes more important than like direct healing, because it prevents a shit ton of damage when drip fed. And he has a really good drip fed armor recovery in the Tyranid fights, because he has the armor reinforcement gunstrike perk, but Chaos doesn't really give you gunstrikes, so he's a little screwed over there. Why are there so many guys here? Get out of here. Alright, where's the sorcerer? He's gotta die first, again. Because otherwise he'll just keep bringing all these guys back. Oh, there you are. Oh. Okay, shut up, because we're getting...
Heresy quotient reduced. Scarab Cult 7 pacified. Terminal control spotted. Enhanced tactics ready.
Okay, this sorcerer is trying to piss me off. I'm gonna have to wrap around, I think, and kill him, because he's camping in a spot that's not super life friendly, as I might say. Alright, listen here, Chaos Guy. Okay, teleported away. Alright, listen here, Chaos Guy. I'm coming this way instead. I'm about to have my torque back, so I would stop being interrupted by these melee hits. Now I can actually finish these dudes.
Cultist pacified. Heresy contained. I am hateful.
Let us kill these. I do find it kind of funny how after they make Titus a Primaris in the campaign, like, to somebody who's familiar with 40k lore, they'll be like, oh, so they like stripped all of his flesh and did all this crazy shit. That's messed up. But like in the actual game, they just gloss over it. Like, yeah, so you're just like a Primaris now. Like, normal players would be like, oh, I guess he's just like a better Marine. That's cool. They don't realize that he just went through like the most horrific surgical procedure ever. This mode gives a whole new meaning to the 1,000 Suns, because there are 1,000 Suns. You pretty much wiped out the entire chapter at this point in like a few siege
Iron
modes.
Halo online.
Or you know, after enough. It is funny to me they have a lesser sorcerer guarding the obelisk in Obelisk. They just gave it to like the most McDonald's employee ever they could at the Past and Sons Enterprise.
High-ranking Chaos target eliminated.
Just a flesh wound, no big deal. Yeah.
Engaging elite countermeasures.
I'll grab this guy. Okay. So we're almost all set here. How nice.
A good start. Refresh your gear before battle resumes.
Monitoring for enemy movement. Acquired. Enhanced tactic ready.
Okay. How do I want to do this?
Armaments.
Do I want to buy Sims out here? Not really.
Enemy forces incoming.
We shall eliminate.
That's called laziness. Obelisk is a W operation with a wasted boss. Yeah, they didn't want to make a new asset, so they just put in the Lesser Sorcerer, and they're like, hello, he is the guy. Yes, the Thousand Sons have chosen the Lesser Sorcerer to be the guardian of their entire warp portal.
Activated.
But like, okay, sure, I guess.
Restoration quickly achieved. Counter chaos measures successfully deployed. Restoration of Void Shield remains a priority.
Oh, that reminds me, guys. I have 3 Darktide RVD's keys to give out, so I'll probably do that in the stream. How many of you play Darktide? That's a better question, because I do have them keys. Because we are what you call a white, so what do they call it? Sanctioned creator, official content creator for Darktide.
Thermal explosive ready.
Patchwork's actually pretty chill about this stuff. They just messaged me that, telling me that, so I was like, okay, well, I can give out some keys. I am capable of such a feat. So, if you guys want Darktide keys, I'll probably be doing that at some point in this stream or on like a dedicated Darktide stream.
Infantry termination protocol.
And those games are pretty adjacent. For the Arbides class, I should mention. Yeah, the new one came out.
Son of Magnus, terminated. Tactical orders on the Void Shield restoration.
Oh god.
Corrupted enemy eliminated. Iron Halo online. Intercepting projectiles. Shield system remains impacted. Prepping Meltabon.
Alright, we're out of our Iron Halo. And some guys coming that way. The exit plan would be this way.
Corrupt reactivation of the Void Shield is needed. Confirmed. Mutant kill. Tactical orders on the Void Shield restoration. Tactic ready.
I gotta kill him, but I don't have a melt bomb at the moment, so it's gonna be a little hard.
Infantry termination protocol complete.
Oh, or you can just show up right in front of me. That's pretty cool. I will accept your generous gift. Now give me ammo. I love how they I've been playing Darktide since 8.0, kind of broke the game. Which broke the game?
Iron Halo online.
Oh, since 8. Oh, this game. I don't know. I think 7.0 was a lot more broken than this patch was. The servers in 7.0 were like actually horrific. I was expecting like truly diabolical server issues this time. They weren't really as bad as I thought they were gonna be. They were great. It was worse on day one. Wow. Alright, we're now without Sim, which is kind of bad.
Reactivation of the void shield is needed. Counter chaos measures successfully deployed.
Well, there should be like a Sim down here or something, or over here. We'll just go wrap around. I need to go kill that stupid sorcerer though.
Restoration of void shield.
God, these guys piss me off. Oh boy. Yes, this is fun.
Multiple position.
I keep telling myself it's fun, eventually it will be, right?
Iron Halo ready. Corrupted eliminated. Execute Iron Halo tactics. The void shield must
Games are
be
so
made
expensive
operational.
nowadays, like a few games for one tier GPU upgrades. Yeah, but Warhammer fans are already used to getting nickel and dimes, so like buying $100 video games is probably the cheapest thing they buy all year. They buy $30 helmets for their Space Marines and like $20 paint. You think they're not going to buy the video game? Like $50 season pass? What even is that to them?
Iron Halo online.
What is the worth of Warhammer? What is the worth of a $30 season pass to a dedicated tabletop player? Really?
Restoration of void shield remains a priority.
I can't believe this season pass is $30 and they're just like painting their $50 model. Plastic Fent, that's what we call it. But yeah, no, it is pretty overpriced at times, the DLCs in this game compared to like other horde shooters. Like RBs is a lot more fairly priced than some of these DLC packs. But I bought the season pass. I bought the Ultimate Sucker Edition for this game, so I don't remember how much that cost, to be honest. All I know is I saw like a list of things that said you get this, this, and this, and I was like, I want that. And it said like 3 days early access, and I was like, that way I can level up. And then I bought it. Haven't looked back.
Engaging elite countermeasures.
Nah, bro. 3D printer has changed the game. That's kind of like proxying in Magic the Gathering, isn't it? Oh, wait, you know what FPS you're playing at First Regardsman? 120, but it's usually not at 120 in this game.
The void shield must be made operational.
Pretty close to like 60, if not 45 at times.
Son of Magnus, terminated. Ammunition restocked.
Alright, reactivating that. Let's go over here. Now, we do have the Expendable Iron Halo. Oh, so it keeps going up and up and up. I see. All the way to 3, and then we go up. 8, an incapacitated squad member. Well, we're never getting that.
Shield control. Reactivation of the void shield is needed.
Guy's actually just camping it. Unreal. This guy. I fuck with this outfit though. Hold on. I mean, it's a nice blue gun. This is more accurate. This is an Praetor of Orpheus. I do like to make them in like a more, what do you call it? Gray, like a lead belcher type. But this is good, I guess. I mean, it's acceptable. The saturation in this map kind of sucks, but there's like a hue, a yellow hue. See that up there? That's the plasma gun from Darktide. That's how powerful it is.
Shield has been restored and is holding.
Alright. Let's go get this guy. Alright, we're at wave 15. Which means it is time to purchase some stuff. We gotta do some proper purchasing here. We gotta be smart about it.
The enemy will return
Economic
Remaining alert.
and efficient.
Securing additional magazines.
We will buy some stims because those will probably become mandatory here. Ammunition boxes, check. Perhaps a bit of an armor boost out there.
Iron Halo online. Refilling magazines.
Once we're past this, hopefully I'm just gonna try to push for wave 20 as fast as humanly possible, and just buy a tactical bot as much as I can. I feel like Dreadnought is not worth the 1,500 points. He's not really. He's not bad. He's just overpriced.
Deploy war gear. The enemy
Definitely overpriced.
Ready to engage.
I would buy a stim because
Receiving fresh stimulus.
dispatching additional tactical resources.
so if you jump once after that, after like their initial swing, they will miss their shot if you go gun strikes. Keep that in mind. Or like 9 times out of 10 they'll miss it.
Thousand Sons tactical dreadnought army is encountered. Iron Halo ready.
All right, I need to get rid of the sorcerer. That's the top priority here.
Intercepting projectiles.
I forgot that happens. Oh, and he vanishes. Okay. I didn't want to kill you anyway, I guess.
Confirmed. Mutant kill. Execute Iron Halo tactics. High rank.
We have reports.
I'm gonna want my Iron Halo up for that, so I'm gonna save it here.
You may be in for a challenging fight.
Alright, they're gonna spawn right here. Okay. That works. I prefer they all get clumped here. If I can get all 3 of them. Not pushes me this way though. This hallway is like the best place to fight them.
Enemy dreadnought in vicinity. Iron Halo online.
Wait, knock me out of it. Alright, that's a good thrust.
Your attention on the strongest threats.
Oh, we're just gonna run. We're just gonna run.
Halo protocol in progress. Placing melter bomb.
Oh, oh. That will hit you through the wall, by the way, in case anybody's curious. So we're gonna do this. We're running over here.
Enhanced tactic ready.
Or marking him so we can actually see which one he is. Alright, that's one down.
Hellbrute destroyed. Neutralize the major threats.
There's a bomb right next to me.
Iron Halo online. Conversion operation. Terminal.
Alright. That's one down. I'm just gonna shoot as much as I can to this one. And then grab this one.
Prioritize the larger
Alright, I got the perfect dodge. Oh my god.
Sub. Focus on high priority targets.
I like how we died to like one random fuck off Terminator on the way there, and then it died all to him, so. I'll take it.
Target this angle.
augers no longer detect any high
Alright, let's
profile
go.
targets.
Let's get out of here though.
Enhanced
But the fight's not done yet.
enemy eliminated. Execute Iron Halo tactics. Heavy infantry termination protocol complete.
Does Ravane have a son or daughter who kill him in? I don't think she does.
Suppressed.
That's funny, but thank you for the super chat, Nathaniel. God, that was fucking disgusting. The Hellbridge. I mean, let's kill these guys out now.
Quotient reduced. Intercept Iron Halo ready. Engage Iron Halo online.
So they're starting to be coming at us. I'm gonna wrap over to my ammo I had earlier. Because, I mean, we did buy it.
Multiple position. Enhanced tactics ready.
Or we just use these guys for ammo, it works.
Scarab Pulse 7 classified. Iron Halo protocol in progress. Drone spotted. Son of Moon. Terminal. Aberrant mutant destroyed.
let's kill this guy, and then start wiping out these guys if I can. And that's a wrap on wave 15, probably here. I'm gonna take a couple more Rupert Marines, but we're almost done besides that. And then we're just gonna mad push wave 20. And after that, whatever happens, happens. I'll only get to wave 21. Yeah, Praetors of Orpheus. They are the Tech Marine successor chapter, basically, of the Ultramarines. This is it. I didn't even need all this shit. Look how much... This is not very Scrooge McDuck of me to buy all of this. We're never getting back here, but that is sadness. Wasted points. That's a tactical Marine right there. My god. The inefficiency. It's killing me. Let's go and Suffian, each maneuver perfected, each shot placed with purpose, every throw brought low and by precision and resolve. Thank you very much, Suffian, for the super chat. Oh, we tried. We certainly tried that time. We ate shit last time. I don't know if it was as precise as you're making it out to be, but we did try. We got shit on the previous attempt before we even reached wave 10, but... Or before we even got past wave 10, but not anymore. Not this time. Okay, now we're back to Tyranids in the first area.
The Xenos threaten the fortress's defensive fortifications. Eliminate them.
I'm gonna go spend crazy.
Securing the fortress.
Hostile targets inbound.
Foes marked for elimination.
Providing tactical assistance.
Destroy spore mines. Territory sighted.
Alright, we need to...
Hunter destroyed. Xenos counter is successful.
Gonna kill everything as fast as humanly possible, so... That's why we're buying the tactical bot.
Biowar life cycle silenced. Elite level Xenos. Pacified. Revenant kill confirmed.
Wow, that didn't even make a sound. That was wave 20. That would have one-shot me for sure. Or wave 21.
Enhanced tactic ready. Nixon marked our presence. Spore mines inbound. Conversion operational. Ravener put down.
Tactical bot doing work.
Terminated Lictor class combatants. Iron Halo ready. Execute Iron Halo. Subterranean tyranny denied. Tyranny eradicated. Iron Halo online. Tyranny shrimp. Firewall ahead. Zone for contact. Ready for recycle tactics. Tyranid bioforce obliterated.
These waves simply send so many at you that getting the extra bot help definitely worth it.
Hunter enhanced tactics ready.
Yeah, these fucking guys though. Hate when they go from that into the
Conversion field operational. Prepping melter bottle. Lead level Xenos. Pacify. Self-triage. Exit Iron Halo ready. Military class tyranny eliminated. Long-range tyranny reported dead.
Alright, we're almost at the end. So this wave only took us like 5 minutes, which ain't horrible because tactical bot's damage buff is that good.
High priority tyranny eliminated. Lictor type tyranny fell. Specialized bioweapon neutralized. Enhanced tactics ready. Iron Halo protocol in progress. Our counterattack was successful. Q, Iron Halo online.
Alright, that was not too bad. Not too bad.
This is only a pause. Reload before the battle resumes.
It is indeed only a pause.
Analyzing optimal battlefield resupply.
I should probably just buy some sims here just in case. And we're gonna buy these boxes.
Increasing ammunition supply.
At least one. I'm just gonna fight around here. I think. This does go by so much faster than Chaos does on wave 15 plus. Taking in, if you're a bulwark with heavy steam perk, 25% less range damage can ramp up to 80% damage reduction if below 50 HP and surrounded. Yeah, it's absurd. Encompassing Aegis is just amazing. Amazing, amazing perk. Super underrated. Oh, I need to buy my tactical bot. No, 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 no. Not like this, not like this.
Find them.
Prioritizing data slate retrieval.
Oh, okay.
Reinforcement on its way.
Whew. Because, like, that was about to get from, because we all saw what happened last wave, that, like, that was about to get impossible to buy anything. I always felt like incredible effort.
Subterranean production. Engaging elite countermeasures. Confirmed. Remain tasked with data slate retrieval. Confirmation. Fire. Eliminate. We must search the KD remains for the data slate. Xenos countermeasures successful. Long-range Tyranny reported. We remain tasked with data slate retrieval. Tyranid iron payload ready. Hunter destroyed. Meltabot position. Elite level Z. We must not leave the data slate unbound.
Okay. These waves do kind of just start to take forever, but, wow, what the fuck. Alright. There's him.
Firewall destroyed. Data slate must be found. Tyranny. Data slate remains lost. Spore inbound. Zone removed from combat. Firewall detected. Counterattack still need to recover the data slate. Iron payload.
Oh, my game crashed? It's not. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Come on. That's some horror shit. Oh, it's crashed. Amazing. Well, so it is. That's some bullshit. This fucking game loves to crash. Darktide does not do that shit to me. It just gives me disconnects. That's a big F. That's some big bullshit. Only on PC. The machine spirit was not satisfied. That reminds me of the comment on my last stream. There was one on my 12-hour stream at some point. Let me load up my game again. Fucking A, dude. That's such bullshit. Well, whatever. That just gives me another opportunity to try it again. I'm pretty sure we were definitely going to push past Wave 18. We definitely were. At least that. We could have bought the Dreadnought. We were going to get to 20. Like, I'm pretty confident. Pretty confident we're going to do that. Probably 20 plus if we were able to save the Dreadnought for a triple boss spawn or something. But I'm pretty sure it only gave me, like... Yeah, that's just stupid. That reminds me of the comment on my one where, on the launch of this, when my game kept freezing, somebody fucking left a comment. It's like, the game's freezing because he's cheating. Oh, yeah, dude, that's why we're playing with randoms online. The magic hacks that freeze your game. That's all about. Space Marine 2 is not prone to crashes at all without the advent of the gamer cheats. We made it past page 25 on normal. For some reason, the hard difficulty can't keep up. Hard difficulty is pretty... What triggers it? I have no idea. Like, as if I fucking know. I'm probably gonna call it there, though. That sucks. But I'll just try it again next time. I mean, getting past, like, I don't mind playing it, because getting to Wave 15 and past the triple hell routes really isn't that hard. It's just obnoxious. It's the fact that, like, post Wave 15, the game gets, like, increasingly more prone to crashing, and it's been doing this since the fucking PTS. Everybody that's been playing solos or done a solo run on the PTS has crashed at least once. Happened to 4-4, happened to Zambit, happens to me, happens to basically everyone, because they don't fix their fucking game. But... that is annoying. That is certainly obnoxious. Alright, guys. I'm calling it there. Thanks for all the super chats and hanging out with me. Peace. Also, thank you to all the new channel members. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll probably try it again later. Maybe later tonight. Who knows?